Today is, well, Valentine's Day. And so we thought we would do a little Valentine's Day special. And we thought we would actually talk about relationships and about marriage and kind of what makes marriages tick. Now, obviously, I don't know if we have a representative marriage, but I think we do have a happy marriage. Now, people say, listen, the man's opinion does not matter. It all depends on the wife. So,
really?
apparently you're like sovereign on this question.
Interesting.
As to whether we have a happy marriage.
Yeah,
what would you say?
Yeah, I would say we absolutely have a happy marriage.
Okay, now I think there's the opening line in, is it War and Peace or is it Anna Karenina? That he says that happy marriages are all the same, but unhappy marriages are unhappy in different ways. So do you think that there is a set of ingredients that makes a happy marriage? You printed this thing out you were showing me where I guess they have couples who write in and offer comments about what they think makes a marriage successful. But
yeah.
So it's not so, well, you can refer to the comments, but let's just also talk about our own experience. What do you think are the 2 or 3 key ingredients that make marriages work?
Well, I'm not going to go into one of them because it's rated R.
What?
But anyway, you can take whatever you like from that. But also, though, I think that communication is super important. And I think that both of us definitely communicate. And, a lot of times people ask if we talk about politics and, all of those things. What do we talk about? We do talk about politics, but of course, that's not all we talk about. We have a lot of other interests that we, share. And also, I think we're both we're kind people and we're kind to each other. And I think that goes a long way because...
it's interesting. We have friends who are, well, we would call them sort of combative and yellers. And so they've had long marriages. And so they will excoriate each other. They'll use insulting names and they let it bounce off each other. So their marriages actually are fine. But we don't do that. We're actually quite gentle with each other.
No.
And if you get flustered about something, it flusters me and vice versa. So yeah, I think you're right. We don't use that. We
don't use that model.
Now, interestingly, there's an article here. Yeah. This is from The Mirror. This is actually British. The recipe for a perfect marriage includes 2 huge arguments a month. Now, it doesn't say just argue. It talks about 6 meaningful conversations, 3 long walks, and 2 barnstorming arguments.
Oh, wow.
Now, we have more than 6 meaningful conversations.
We have 6 meaningful conversations per day.
and we do take walks, although perhaps not
now.
In the winter.
It's too cold.
But we don't have the arguments. I mean, we've had what I would say.
Well, I would say yesterday we came as close to a disagreement as we've come in a while.
Spell it out. What was the nature of that?
So basically, I have to tell everybody. So Dinesh did an event in Idaho this past weekend. And unfortunately, it was not one of those trips where you can just come and go, direct flight or whatever. It was one stop and all of those things. So he was gone all weekend. He was gone from Friday noon until 10 o'clock at night last night. And he calls me when he gets to the airport or whatever. He goes, honey, I have this radical idea. And I said, what's your radical idea? Well, as you know, we are doing a movie right now, and Dinesh always does an accompanying book with the movie. So he's working on a book that goes with the movie.
It's 2,000 Mules. So the book will come out later than the movie, and it will. But the idea is you can put more comprehensive stuff in a book.
Absolutely. So you have more detail in the book and everything. Well, it turns out that my husband doesn't know how to say the word no. So he gets all kinds of media requests. Oh yeah, I'll do it. So there goes his whole day. But because of that, he hasn't really had time to sit down and write the book. So last night when he was at the airport, he says he had this radical idea. He said he was going to, and I'm not kidding, get up at 2 a.m. every morning and work from 2 to 4 and then or 2 to 5, and then from 5 to 6 work on the podcast. I thought I was going to lose it.
Well, you thought this was nuts.
Oh, yes. I sent you a "you're nuts" emoji. And then I had to go, I'm nuts about you, actually. But no, seriously. So you work so hard. You work nonstop. But there are some things that I think you do that I feel can actually not benefit you health-wise.
So here's a good point, and that is that, so you're... I think that the reason we don't have friction on all these points, even on, another big issue, of course, and this is a case of constant, is my diet.
Oh, yeah.
And my working out habits. Now, the point is, some might say you're a little bossy, and some might say you're on me, but the reason I don't take it that way, or I don't take it the wrong way, I think, is because I know it's well motivated. So you're motivated and you're motivated really not even by your convenience, you're motivated by my welfare. So your idea is, Dinesh, I want you to be healthy. I want you to be around a long time. So you need to eat properly. And exercise is really good for you. And you watch my sugar levels.
Well, we're both pre-diabetic. So we both need to watch our sugar, right? And so now we're eating, he's not supposed to eat chocolate, but now...
our interpretation of pre-diabetic differs dramatically. To me, pre-diabetic is another way of saying you are not diabetic. Just it's sort of like saying I am pre being in the coffin. Yeah, I'm pre being in the coffin. I'm not in the coffin. I'm not dead yet.
Yeah,
exactly.
Oh no, but so we've found these chocolates that are really good. They're chocolate with no sugar, but I always tell you, but honey, you have to watch the chocolate because it has a lot of fat. So even though it doesn't have sugar, it has fat, and we have to be very careful because again, we have.
May I just note that sugar-free chocolates are really expensive? We've supposedly found the best sugar-free chocolates, but they were literally, I think they were $5 each, and once you ordered them and you factor in the tax, it was $7 per piece.
Oh, per piece. And the piece was like this little.
I couldn't even enjoy them.
It was tiny. And it was good, but it wasn't that good.
Okay. So, let's talk about the importance of, do you think, some people say, and in fact, apparently when young people are asked, what are you looking for in a mate? The number one answer is a sense of humor. Oh. Do you think a sense of humor is important in a marriage and also...
Well, I mean, it's a bonus. It's a bonus. It's not important. The person can be kind, compassionate, patient with you, all those things.
I mean, there are people who have no sense of humor, they are nice people.
And they are nice people. But when you have all the other qualities that you have, plus you're really super funny and you make me laugh out loud pretty much every day and every night, I think that's a bonus. I think that's like the icing on the cake.
Well, I think the reason I make her laugh is because because
you're funny.
No, it's because I'm straight laced on the surface.
Very straight laced.
But I do see the ridiculous aspect of human nature. And I think, one way humor works the best is if you're willing to turn that same lens on yourself. And
self-deprecating.
Because then people can see that the humor isn't really ridicule. I make jokes about you, but they're not mean. They're never aimed at injuring you.
No, you make fun of my germophobia.
I make fun of your germophobia and other things.
Yeah. Oh, thank you. Thank you for pointing that out. Happy Valentine's Day to you.
Happy Valentine's Day, honey.
I love you.
Oh, I love you too.